welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got baseball coming up for Jackie Robinson Day. It's the San Francisco Giants and the Detroit Tigers. John Shelby, Chris Singleton with you. Chris, today a special day on the Major League Baseball calendar, Jackie Robinson Day. Everyone on the field wearing number 42 to honor Jackie and his breaking of the professional baseball color barrier in 1947 with the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Well, Boog, it's great.
Just about ready to roll, and starting in this one, Reese Olson.
Well, he got into the 8th inning his last time out, really pitching deep into games as of late. We'll see today how many innings he's got in him.
Here's the second baseman, Thairo Estrada. And the pitch. He swings and fouls one off. And a pitch. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Just missed.
It's a good take.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away.
Here's the Giants lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Here's the 0-2. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Nothing doing there for San Francisco. The Tigers coming up, no score. Back here at the ballpark. And on the hill today, Alex Cobb.
His career ERA's been under 4. What I like most about him is his reliability. Takes the ball every 5th day, ready to go whenever the manager calls.
Bottom of the first. Now at the plate, Ryan Kreidler. There's a strike. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Hauls it in, and there's one away. And now the Tigers line up for manager A.J. Hinch. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those 2-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, but when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
On the ground to third. Zips it across, and the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
Sends it to Flores, and they get Torkelson for the out. Third out, and that ends. Top of the second, Mike Yastrzemski up here. Mike Yastrzemski, originally drafted by the Orioles, 14th round out of Vanderbilt in 2013. The Giants got him in March of 2019. And San Francisco's really where he got a shot to play. Next offering is in for a strike. Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes, Boog. If you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you.
Bichette whips it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second. Now it's J.D. Davis. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Right-hander kicks, deals. And that one fouled off. No score here in the second. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3. And now Jack Peterson. And fouled off.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Strike 2. Struck him out looking. We head to the bottom of the second at the plate. Zach McKinstry.
The right fielder.
Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score. That's in there. 0-1.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Going 2 now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Dives, and he can't hang on. Now he gets it to the pitcher covering the bag. And they do get the out. Josh Bell at the plate now.
Josh Bell.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Good eye right there. 2-0 the count. Here it comes. And that's in for a strike. Next one off the plate inside. And now 3-1. One down, base is empty. That one hit to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
Lefties can definitely be a little pull happy up there, especially with pitches that they see pretty well. That was a good example. He hooked an outside pitch, hit that ball in the air to right, just not with much authority.
Gleyber Torres in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Righty to the plate. Gleyber gets a piece. 1 and 2. 2 down, nobody on. And that one is lifted in the air. Peterson drifts towards it and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Tigers all set for the start of the inning. Now it's the Giants catcher, Blake Sabol. And a pitch. And he hits a ground ball right side. And he takes it himself for the out. Michael Conforto will climb in.
The right fielder, Michael Conforto.
On the ground. Throw on to Torkelson. First two batters retired here in the top of the third. Here's Brandon Crawford.
The shortstop, Brandon
Crawford in his 12th season, 36 years old, and he's a former National League Gold Glover. That one misses, and it's 1-0. Top of the third, no score. And it's even up.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
That pitch gets the inside corner, and the count is 1-2. Got him. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Giants back here in Detroit. Now it's the DH.
The designated hitter.
Ibanez goes 5 feet 11 inches, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Here's 0-1. To third, Davis. On to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning. Now it's going to be Akil Baddoo, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. And that one wrapped foul. And the righty deals. And it's 1-1. In the air, right side of the infield. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And a couple of quick outs.
The second baseman.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. There's the strike. Ball one there. Into center and a base hit.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Kreidler in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Bichette off of first with 2 away. This one high in the air to left center. Peterson on the move. And that is that. One left for Detroit. Still. Welcome back. Start of the fourth.
The second baseman, Tyro Estrada.
The pitch. Ground ball right side. Bichette whips it to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
That one down the line. Oh, and it hits the base. And he'll be safe at first. And now it's Wilmer Flores. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Oh, 2 now. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a miss.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these guys are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
And down on strikes. And that is that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Back in Comerica Park. Here's the catcher.
The catcher.
The pitch. Line drive, caught.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter if you let it. I mean, he couldn't have hit that ball more on the screws than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. That's in there. Strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Bounce to the left side. Davis with the throw to first. And they get Torkelson for the out. Now it's the right fielder, Zach McKinstry. He's 0 for 1.
McKinstry.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Takes it himself. That's out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Ready now for the 5th inning. And digging in for San Francisco. Olsen back to work. There's a strike.
All these Giants, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Torkelson takes it to the bag, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Here's Jock Peterson. And a foul ball. The wind and the pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Bichette. And that quickly 2 away. And up next for the Giants, Blake Sable. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Just missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And a big swing and a miss. Popped up. Olsen has this one sized up. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. You're down 1, 2, 3, and we're still knotted at 0. And welcome back. And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1.
Well, these Tigers just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one.
Slow roller to first, and he picks it up in foul territory. The 1-1. On the ground, right side. He'll do it himself. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next to the
Here is Gleyber Torres.
shortstop, Gleyber Torres.
And a good eye there. Next offering is in for a strike. On a line, base hit.
Now back, the designated hitter.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Ibanez up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Torres, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. And now it's even up.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Hit on the ground might be 2. Davis over to second, and that's 2.
Poetry in motion there.
Back here in Detroit, all set for the top of the 6th. The batter will be Michael Conforto. Here, the right-hander back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Left-hand batter waits. Foul ball there. Next offering is downstairs.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
That to right. McKinstry glides to his left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Here's Crawford now. Open stance on that left side. On the ground. And it goes just foul. On the ground to the left. And foul ball.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Bounced out to short. Whips it to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Second baseman.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's the Giants leadoff hitter, Thairo Estrada. And there's the strike. Estrada measures 5 feet 10 inches, 27 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. On the ground to third. Throw on to Torkelson, and Estrada is out. And that is that. Make it 6 shutout. Bottom of the inning, and now
for the Tigers, the center fielder,
the wind of the pitch. That's inside. There's the strike. Here's a 1-1. Good eye right there. That's out to center field. Yastrzemski makes the catch for the out. And there's one down. Now it's the second baseman, Bo Bichette. It's amazing. We get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
Next one is off the plate. And now it's even 1-1.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Bounce back to the mound. Fires to first on the run. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Tigers, the third baseman.
Back to the top of the lineup. Down the third baseman, Ryan Kreidler. Line drive, base hit. Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Kicks and fires. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Back here at the ballpark, now the number 2 hitter, Lamont Wade Jr. Olsen back to work. There's a strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Pretty amazing, his first pitch strike percentage, over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, you got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
The 0-2. And that one lifted in the air center field. Badu hauls it in, and there's one away. Wilmer Flores digs in now.
Wilmer Flores.
First offering misses the mark.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
Ground ball up the middle. Bichette slings to first, and 2 away to start the 7th.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Mike Yastrzemski. Foul ball. Left-hand hitter waits. Now with the shift on, hits right into it. He handles it himself. That's the 3rd out.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome back. And here's the first baseman.
for the Tigers, the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson.
And he deals. And it stays fair. And now it rolls all the way to the wall.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
And now the right fielder, Zach McKinstry. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Next offering misses, and the count even 1-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Johnny Brebbia. Alexander getting loose as well. On the ground to first, could be 2. Over to Crawford. Back to first, double play. 3-6-3, nicely done.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Here's Josh Bell. Ripped, but it curls foul. Next pitch misses. 1-1. Now this is in the air down the line. Conforto should have this one. Puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. Back at Comerica Park. Now it's J.D. Davis.
The third baseman,
And here it comes. And the pitch a little bit low. Ball 1. Olsen into his 8th inning of work. Singy, he's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
The 1-1. Swinging a foul straight back. And a ball and 2 strikes. Goes down looking.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
now batting.
And Jack Peterson stands in, known for his late inning heroics. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Oh, 2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. This to third. Kreidler. Jump throw. Save.
Not every base hit is a liner into the gap, just like not every strikeout's a perfect slider down and away. I mean, right there, he just put the ball in play on the ground and gave it his all to get down to first for the knock.
Now the catch. Up to hit Blake Sable. To the right side. Oh, nice stop at first. And very nicely done for the out. Zach Short coming into the game now as the injury replacement. And here is Michael Conforto.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Bounce to the right. Bichette. Tosses to first. That ends the frame. And welcome back. Here's Gleyber Torres.
The shortstop, Gleyber.
The pitch. That one is absolutely belted. And it's gone. A solo blast. That's his 99th career homer. And they take the lead. It's 1-0.
There he got a splitter that he was able to handle, allowed that pitch to travel a little bit deeper, and when it was time to commit, his hands exploded through the zone.
Here comes Gabe Kapler. So the Giants with a new pitcher on the hill, Johnny Brebbia. He's pitching on 2 days.
42, John Brebbia.
Rest. And now Andy Ibanez. And it's fouled away. And the right-hander deals. Swing and a miss.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Short hop liner handled it short. Crawford throws the first in time. One gone to the bottom of the 8th. Akil Baddoo getting ready to hit. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. And a base hit.
Oh, you never like to cut it that close, but the hitting streak will live on at least another day.
Little bit of a tense moment, Singy. Looked like that might be the end of it.
I don't know. The way he's been going, his confidence must be sky high. So even if it takes until his last at bat, you get that sense that a hit's coming from this guy one way or another.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. First pitch, and he just misses.
Good speed on the base paths. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
And a base hit right there. Now he launches a throw over his head.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And the batter now, Ryan Kreidler. That one's in there, 0-1. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Over to Crawford, and that's 2. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. Last chance coming up for the Giants. Back here in Detroit, we go
Giants. The shortstop, Brandon
to the 9th, and digging in for San Francisco, Brandon Crawford. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Jason Foley. He's been so good against lefties. And the pitch. And that one pulled foul. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Off the mark there. It's a ball and 2 strikes. He goes down looking.
Well, you could tell he wasn't expecting that ball to break back in on him. He may have been looking for something away, maybe something soft, but that slider on the inside corner absolutely frozen.
Taps softly to the right side, and he handles it himself for the out.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this, positioned perfectly.
Here's Lamont Wade Jr. And a foul ball. Swing and a ground ball out to short. On to first. Ball game. And the Tigers.
Well, this was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the guys standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these guys did on the mound today.
The final 1-0. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Tigers, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Giants, no runs on only 2 hits. Time of the ball game, a swift 2 hours and 19 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.